Okay, I'm just going to demo to you a typical campaign that you would create for a school interested in getting feedback from parents and making announcements to parents of children studying in your school. So once you get into a new campaign, you select a plan as usual and name your campaign. I'm just going to call it school campaign. You select a voice. I'm just going to choose English Indian female from the list of 5 options. You can even hear how the sample will sound. So I'm just going to click on play. Okay, once you've confirmed the voice, you can go ahead and type out your message, which is your welcome message. Welcome to, and you can put in your goodbye message. Once you've done this, you pick up a telephone number, and that's the dial-in number that your parents can call upon, and you create a campaign. Now I'm going to just demo to you the various types of questions that you could set up. The first one could be an announcement that you want your parents to hear. So let's say you just key in, please note that class 3 will okay, you can hear how this thing will sound.
Please note that class 3 will have a field trip this Wednesday.
And you create the question. So your first question, which is an announcement, will be played right up front. You add a question after that. You want to ask your parents some feedback about your various activities. So you can say, here again, if you want to hear how it sounds, you can just simply click on the play button. I'm going to just go forward with the options. I say too much, too little. If you want to add an option, just click on option tab here and just write. Okay, so you created a question. Now, in case you want to add a sub question in any of the questions that you placed, let's say if you want to add a sub question in too much, so you can add a sub question here, which is extra hour in school. The options could be yes or no. You've created your question there, and you could add another question which is a simple open question. Here you can actually collect verbatim feedback from the parent, and you've created your third question as well. Should you want to change the order of the questions, all you have to do is drag this up and down, and the order of the question changes. Once you've done this and you're comfortable with all the questions, just simply say publish. Yeah, so now your campaign is published. Your parents can now be told that they have to call up on 022-6194-8318. What I'll do in the next slide is to actually show you a live call that we do on this number so that you can figure out how the prompts sound. So that's it for now.
Welcome to HK International. Please note that class 3 will have a field trip this Wednesday. What do you think of the homework given to your child? 4. Too much. Press 1. 4. Too little. press 2. 4. Would you rather have your child have an extra hour in school? 4. Yes. Press 1. 4. No. Press 2. Do you have any other suggestion?
Could you please reduce the homework and the size of the school bag of our children? Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, now you've created your questions, your sub questions, and open questions, etc. And you've published the number, the dial-in number to all your customers and users. Now you would obviously want to know what is happening to your campaign, how many people have called in, what is the status of the feedback that they're giving, and whatever verbatim feedback or responses that they've given, you would like to see them all at one place, right? What we've done is we've created these two tabs. One is called calls. I'll just show you that one. So in this tab you can basically see the numbers that have dialed in real time. So you could actually have a call which is in progress and see the status as in progress. Right now these are the 5 people or 5 numbers which have called up your campaign. You can see the numbers, you can see the received date and time and the status. Now if you want to dive deep into what each customer has responded, all you have to do is click on show, which will throw up again the date and time and the status and the number which is called and the responses to every question that you have. Obviously the first question was an announcement, so no response was expected. Now if you see the second question, the response is too much, because of which the sub question that you had set up, would you rather have your child have an extra hour in school, has been asked, to which he has responded yes. And the fourth question, do you have any other suggestion, which is basically a verbatim question where the customer has actually responded by telling you whatever he felt about the school. You can simply hear the answer right here.
Could you please reduce the homework and the size of the school bag of our children? Thank you.
So that's it. So you can listen to what your customers are telling you right up front here itself and decide on the appropriate course of action. You can also get into reports. Reports is basically, these are 4 types of reports. I will not get into quiz report because we've not set up a quiz for this demo. So you can basically have a call report, which is a high level kind of report which tells you how many calls you received and how many of those were completed or abandoned midway. It also tells you the differentiation between the last 1 day, last 7 days or the last month. So this is a fairly high level report which you can get upfront. Then you get into call completion report, which is basically a standard metric kind of report in terms of average call duration, how many questions were, or rather how many calls were abandoned, how many questions were answered before abandoning, which can give you some insight as to if people are cutting after a particular question all the time, then you can basically rejig the question and deactivate it and activate another one, another question in its place. You also have this drop down here by which you can choose the date range, the last 24 hours, the last 7 days, so the report will come synced in accordingly. Similarly, you have another report called the answer report. This basically tells you how many people answered or chose which option for each one of your questions that you had set up. So here itself you can see that there are 2 people who thought the homework was too much, 2 people who thought it was too little, just 1 person thought it was just right, and so on and so forth. You can get all your options linked up right here. How many people said yes? Yeah, 2 people seem to have said yes to have their child spend an extra hour in school, so that gives you an insight into what parents are thinking right here and now, and you can go ahead and take your appropriate action. As I said, since this is not a quiz, it'll just pop up saying that there are no quizzes in this campaign. But a quiz question is, as I said earlier, is a question with a specific answer. So it would have told you how many people have answered the question correctly and how many people have not. That, in a nutshell, is the calls and the reports that we've set up. Very simple, very flexible, very integrated, and everything is available for you right in your login. Thank you very much.